You are from the same town, Rairampur, as our Honorable President Draupadi ji.
Luckily, I have one photograph with her. The photo went viral. There was a reality show in our local television. Here, Habamo heroine. It was like something changed in my life. Everyone started taking photographs.
So tell us a little bit about Bollywood.
It's a very big thing, I would say. Now we got national award for one movie called Pratiksha. Acting I can do at the age of 70 also. Doctor will only write the medicine, but a dietitian will prescribe a medicine which will heal you from inside.
You were a cancer caregiver.
If you go and tell someone that your mother is going to die within 15 days, I cried like hell. We always talk about making our daughter, making our son financially independent. We never tell them to be emotionally independent.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Manoj Bajpayee, sir.
Acting.
It's inside me.
Hello and welcome to another great episode of the Because She Can podcast. I'm Stuti, your host, and today we're diving into the amazing journey of Niharika Dash. With a background in food science and nutrition, she's not just a certified nutritionist and diabetic educator, but also a passionate Odia actress and model. Welcome, Niharika. Welcome to the Because She Can podcast.
Thank you so much for your words.
Thank you for joining us online all the way from Dubai. And you're looking beautiful. I love the sari you're wearing.
Thank you so much. You too.
Is this one of the Uriya weave?
No, I was thinking to wear some of them, but it is the batik print. So
Okay.
I'm wearing one of it.
Oh, lovely. I want to talk a little bit about your childhood. You are from the same town, Rairampur, as our Honorable President Draupadi ji. And you also said that you had the great privilege to meet her a couple of times when you were studying in school there. So can you tell a little bit about your interactions with her and how that impacted you as a person?
Yeah, that time I was a kid actually, and she used to come to give us the awards and the prizes, which I used to get in several competition which used to happen in that time. So luckily, I have one photographs with her. The photo went viral. I posted that one on Twitter when she
Okay.
became the president. So I was a very tiny little girl at that time.
How
I was
old
in
were
my
you?
sixth. I was in my sixth standard that time.
Okay.
She used to work there as a teacher initially,
Okay.
but
Oh,
that time,
lovely.
yeah. So that was Aurobindo Integral School. So yeah, this is how. But initially, when I used to talk about Rairanpur, suppose if somebody will ask me in my college or somewhere that where are you from? So I used to say that I'm from Rairanpur. So they used to make laugh of this, like where is it? We don't know where is where
Yeah.
Rairanpur is
Yeah.
exactly. But the moment she became the president, every single person in this in our country, they recognize that there is a place called Rairanpur, and
Yes.
that moment that was a very special moment for all of us, and we are really proud of her.
India is such a diverse country. And like how you
Yeah.
said, people would make fun of you just because they didn't know the place. And you were
Yeah.
from this town. But you went on to become a celebrity and now you're living in Dubai. So how did you navigate that?
Yeah, it was very competitive and it was very challenging for me because when I was in my hometown in Rairampur, I finished my 10th standard there. Then I left my home. I moved into another place, Bhubaneswar. So there I finished my 12th, my graduation. Then I started preparing for my entrance. Then I cleared the entrance for Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology. There I studied for 4 years. So it was quite challenging for me, and I always believe that if God will put you in some trouble or in some challenging situation, you will learn many things from that. My mother was always ill. She has lots of issues. So my parents were always there with me mentally, but not physically. So I
Okay.
used to do, and being the elder daughter of my parents and the first child of my parents, so I took many responsibilities at the very early age. So when I was in my class 6 or 7, I used to press my dresses, my brother and sister dresses. Then I
Okay.
used to cover cover our books. So I have learned many things at very early age due to my mother's illness. So I'm like a second mother to my brother and sister. So it was
Yes, I
very
was, you
challenging for
just
me.
read my thought. That's what I was about to say. That as the eldest sibling, you took on the
Yeah,
role of mothering your other
yeah.
siblings.
When I was preparing in studying in OUAT, I was doing my BSc in food science and nutrition. That moment, I participated in a reality show. There was a reality show in our local television. So they
Okay.
were doing a reality show. They were trying to find a heroine for a movie. So
Okay.
I thought like I was since childhood I was into co-curricular activities like I used to participate in song competition, dancing competition, all this competition. I used to go to all the camps like Junior Red Cross and Scout Guides. So that kida was there inside me. So I thought let's go and participate. What is this reality show is going on? So
Hmm.
I went there. So I thought like it would be first day I will come on TV and everybody will watch me. So it was
What
not
was the
like that.
name of the reality show?
It was an Odia Kia Hobomo heroine means who will be my next heroine. So there was a hero.
Okay.
So they were searching a heroine for
Oh, so they're
that.
searching for the
Uh,
heroine.
yeah. So it was for
Nice.
a local television channel. So it's a very reputed channel in our locality. So I went there and I was not sure. I was very surprised to see thousands of girls from each and every district from our state were there to participate. So then I thought, what am I doing here? I should go. Then I went there in the morning, 10 a.m. and my turn, it came around 12 a.m. in the night. That
Oh
long
my
I
God. So
waited to,
14
yeah.
hours you were waiting in the audition.
Yeah. I was waiting,
Wow.
I was waiting. Then I got selected. Then one by one, I got selected. Then I went home because due to this summer vacation, we have to go home. You can't stay in hostel. Then my father said, "No, you focus on study. What is this? This is okay. You cleared
Typical
one.
Indian father.
Yeah, my father said, "No, you now you focus on study. Now where will you go and stay? It's a holiday. You can't go and stay in your hostel and participate in other rounds." Then I cried a lot. My auntie called my father, and somehow she managed to convince my father. Then I went and I participated in that show. One by one, I cleared all the rounds. Then I became an actress, and that moment was very precious for me because I earned 1 lakh. That was the first earned salary for
Um,
me. Straight, I earned money, and it was like something changed in my life. Everyone started taking photographs, so that was fine. And I did one movie after that. Then in my mind, it was like I have to focus on my career and studies. I was a very good student. So many opportunities I left because you can't do so many things together.
so you were
That time,
studying to be a nutritionist while you were
yeah,
acting. Okay.
yes. That time I was in my final year. So that moment I decided, no, I have to complete my study. I
Yeah.
can't leave now
Yeah.
because I already finished 3 years. I have already given 3 years of my life to this study. I have to finish it. Then I finished it. Then I did one movie. I said no for many movies. Then after that, I joined in between in a hospital as a dietitian because I got that. I have given 2, 3 interviews. I got that job, so I joined that. In between that, I was getting opportunity, but I was not sure what to do. I got many
Yeah.
criticize and comments like you are not sure in your life what you want to
Yeah.
do. You are
But
sometime you are acting, sometime you are doing dietitian
yeah,
job.
that's because I think society wants to, especially with women, box us in just one role or the other. But I love your determination. So many people, young people at 18, 19, would be so carried away by the fame and be like, we don't want to study. But you stuck on to that. And you went
Yes.
on to also pursue acting. So,
Yeah.
and as an Odia actress, it's Hollywood. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
Uh,
correct.
so, as mainstream Hindi speaking people, we sort of tend to overlook regional cinema, which is culturally very rich. Just because
Yes.
because there's a language barrier and maybe I don't understand the language,
Yeah.
uh, but that doesn't mean that good talent like yourself or good scripts are not coming out of there. So tell us a little bit about Hollywood. What is it like? What is the fraternity like? What was your experience working in a regional film industry?
See, if you think like acting is not something somebody will teach you, yeah, they can teach you some modification they can do, but it will come within you. It is inside
Correct.
you. It is not like so
Yes.
easy.
Yeah.
Sitting in cinema hall or at home, passing comment on actress and actor is very easy, I would say. But being, I felt that life. I've lived that life. I would say it's very difficult standing in front of a camera, saying a dialogue, and it's difficult. But in our Hollywood, it's a huge, I would say it's huge. People are doing now. We got this national award for one movie called Pratiksha. Hollywood is not small thing. It's a very big thing, I would say. And people there, they work really good, and they are working really hard to, suppose on reel also, you would say many our Odia songs are getting viral. So we are trying to do more such things, more innovative, creative things. People in Hollywood, they are trying to do. So this is how it is going. And my
Yeah.
thing, I will say, I have worked for very limited because I did only three movies, one tele-serial for 2 years, and several music videos, because I was in my mind, I was very sure that if I want to move forward in my life, I have to sacrifice something. In this world, there is an age limit to work somewhere. So they will definitely give you an age limit. So if you are
Yeah.
30, 35, 60, that long you can work. But acting, I can do at the age of 70 also. Maybe I can't
Wow.
be the
Nice.
heroine. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I can't play the role of lead actress. Maybe I can play if the story is like
Maybe
that. But
times change. You never know.
yeah, yes, yes. So I was very practical. I thought a lot. Then I said, no, I have to focus on my career. I have to work on my career. I have to choose this one as my profession, because I can't choose acting as my profession. I can do it whenever I want. Nobody is going to stop me because it is inside me. But for this, I have to work. Now I'm currently also doing my PhD. I have always wanted to study higher and go higher. And now I'm also married recently in February,
Oh,
last February.
congratulations.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my in-laws are also very supportive. If I'm doing well in my career now, so it's just because of my father-in-law. He always wanted, and mother-in-law, he always wanted me to do well in my life and go higher in my life.
Fame is so seductive and people aren't able to give it up. And you've
Mm.
experienced that fame. And you wanted a life beyond that, which I think
Yeah.
for most people, getting sucked into that fame and leaving that would be very difficult. So, what was that inside you what was it inside you that made you be very sure that, this is the switch I want to make in life?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, when I was doing my job in first job, that moment I got an opportunity to do a tele-serial.
Okay.
So that time I was not sure what to do with my life. Then I immediately said, okay, I'll do that. Then I went there. I did it for 2 years. Then I realized, no, I can't do this anymore, and I have to quit. I have to leave. And I left. Many of my relatives and my from whom I seek advice, so they said, don't leave that, because you don't have any plan B. You have to keep one plan B, because you are getting a salary. Next day you will be a person with no money. How will you manage? So I said, no, I will manage. I will do something, because see, I believe in one thing in my life, that if you are hardworking and if you have the knowledge, then you don't need a plan B. So I was very sure, and I was fundamentally clear in my subject that I studied in my life. And luckily, I joined the job after finishing my BSc. I didn't wait for anything. And that moment, I realized that no, I don't need a plan B. If I'm not feeling well here, I'm not feeling good, and then that moment, I left that serial. I was sitting idly at home, Nothing was there. I was wondering what to do, where to go, because now I can't do any more acting. I'm done. Then pandemic started. See, I told you, na, God will show you the path. I'm a
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very strong believer of. I I have very much faith in God, and I'm a
Okay.
devotee of Ma Durga. So that moment, I realized that people started calling, "Sis Niharika, please tell me about diet. I want to boost my immunity." So randomly, I got 10, 15 calls. Then that moment, I realized that why am I doing it for free? I should charge because I have studied for it,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I should charge something minimum amount. Then I started for, I remember, one time consultation 500 something. Then slowly people started calling me asking for diet consultation. Then I was like, what? How much how I'm earning so much money now? I was speechless. I was so happy. Then I started earning money. Then I started Diet Delight with Niharika at
Okay.
that moment. As and See, I believe if you are doing something, even if it is acting or as a dietitian, a diet consultation, if you can trust the people and people can trust you, and if you will be able to connect that, maintain that relationship with them, they will definitely trust you and definitely come to you. So
Absolutely.
I started Diet Delight with Niharika, and I proved those person who made bad comments, like they said that you are very much confused in your life, you are
Mm.
putting your legs into boats.
Yeah.
So many things. You don't have any plan B. So I proved them that no, you don't need plan B in your life sometimes.
You can do
If you
both.
have that,
Yeah.
yes, you can do both. If you have that capacity to manage both, and Diet Delight with Niharika is my first child, and I am very much happy with that because see, after pandemic, everyone started showing and portraying themselves as a dietitian on social media with having zero knowledge. Even if you are XL or double XL now, if you will shade some weight, the next day you can be a dietitian on Instagram and
Yes.
people will trust you. So I never do
Yeah.
that. I never do fake promises. I never say something. If one of my clients will come to me and ask that, ma'am, how much I can reduce in a month, I simply say them, if you will do more hard work, if you will follow the diet plan properly, then you will definitely reduce some weight. But how much you will reduce, how much you will reduce, that I can't say because it completely depends on your metabolism.
So, you made a very valid point that a lot of people on social media and they really fake advertise. What are the biggest fad diets that people should just not follow?
Mm. See, initially when we were thinking of going to a doctor, we used to do lots of research. कितने पढ़े
Yes.
हैं, how many medals, how many awards, so many things we used to search. कितना साल का experience है. So nowadays, no, we are seeing how many followers, how many likes and shares, how many views.
How many
So
reels?
this reels, yeah. To become a dietitian, you have to study all the subject: biochemistry, physiology, human
Yeah.
physiology, microbiology, statistic, all these subjects, human nutrition I have studied. And it's difficult. It's You have to understand that a human inside out. Doctor will only write the medicine,
Yeah.
but a dietitian will prescribe a medicine which will heal you from inside, not for a
Yeah.
short period of time, for a longer period of time. So there are lots of trends going on. Detox diet. There is nothing called detox. There is nothing called detox. We have two organs, kidney and liver. They can detox us. Apart from that, no juice, no some anything, no
But
food
this is
will
all
help you.
false.
Yes, it is. We have to believe in science. We have to see scientific evidence.
Niharika, I want to talk to you a little bit about serious health concerns, two in particular. So I'll start with heart conditions, and also because you have been in the profession of acting. In the
Yeah.
past few years, we've seen a lot of people 40 and under
Yeah,
die because of sudden cardiac arrests, and a lot of them
yeah,
actors.
yeah.
So, what in your professional opinion, both as an actor and now as a nutritionist, why is that happening? heart attacks at such a young age, and what can we do to avoid
To
them?
prevent. Yeah, see, you don't have to make your life so miserable, and you have to maintain. See, if like a clock, we have a system that is called circadian rhythm. The
Yes,
clock is ticking inside our body, a clock is there that is called circadian rhythm. So we don't have to play with that. I always tell everyone, just live a normal life, go with the flow, try to stay positive, and don't put so much pressure on your body. But if you compare a normal person to an actor and actress, they
yeah,
have a different life. They have so much pressure on them. They have to reduce weight, sometimes they have to gain weight, they have to
yes,
lose, they have to build muscle. So they don't have time. Whenever they get time, they do that. They take lots of supplements for the skins, for hair, for
yeah.
whatever they need.
A lot of
So that leads,
injectables
yeah,
also.
yes, that leads, and they follow different types of diet. That leads to, like, you must have heard of low sodium diet, like Sridevi
Yeah,
passed
like,
away,
yeah,
Sridevi madam. So it's all about putting your body into so much that your body can't afford. So that's why they are having this kind of heart attack and issues. And if you compare the normal person, the recent cause is obesity. Now you must have heard in this Garba during Navratri, many people they passed away while doing Garba. Just because they are not physically active, suddenly they are going to do Garba.
yeah. So the
You got my point. They,
circadian rhythm can't take it.
yeah, another thing is their heart is not healthy. When we have a headache, when we are feeling feverish, we suddenly take the medicine. But when something is wrong inside, which is very, very dangerous, like your triglyceride will be high, no symptoms. Your diabetes will be high, you don't have any symptoms.
Yeah.
But you will get sudden death. So these things are happening in our society nowadays, and you have to be very, very careful. One thing you have noticed, that when COVID happened, it took away the life from this modern locality. But in village area, it didn't affect
Yeah.
them
The
because they
immunity
are
was
very,
higher.
yes, yes. We are very soft people. Our immunity is very, very low in
Yes.
comparison to them. But they do the actual hard work. So their immunity is very, very stronger than us.
And I feel probably their food is purer than ours.
Yes,
With all
yes.
our
No, they
organic
don't.
market stores and
No,
everything,
no. We
it's
eat,
actually farm to table for them.
yes, they only eat rice, salt, leafy vegetables, very normal food. Very normal food, not the fancy food we eat. We are using olive oil. We are using so many fancy
Yeah.
foods. We are adding we are taking broccolis, so many fancy, expensive foods, but they are not. But still, their immunity is very, very high, higher than us. But why? Because they are physically active. We are not physically active. We just prefer to sit at home in our comfort. That is the difference between us and them.
Very important point you brought about. You were a cancer caregiver, you were the primary caregiver. And a lot of times we forget to actually sympathize with the caregiver or look at their mental and emotional well being. Of course, the person suffering that disease, nobody should, go through that. But the caregivers, especially the primary caregiver like you, also it takes a toll on the individual. So, how did you navigate that process with your mother? And also, this is a two-pronged question. And what tips would you give? And I'm sure a lot of people listening in probably have aged parents or people around them, near and dear ones, suffering through this. So, how can they, as caregivers, take care of their mental, emotional, and physical well being?
When my mother was diagnosed, I was first time she was diagnosed. At that time, I was in my ninth standard, and that time I didn't face that much difficulty because I was not related to this medical things and all. But the second time in 2020, when she diagnosed, that time I took her to the hospital, and I was thinking like maybe some normal things she will be fine because she has this COPD, I was handling my mother, I was managing my entire family, and I was alone. You can't believe I'm telling you today. I've given many interviews on this, but that moment when the doctor came, I asked her like, what happened to my mother? We should go home. I think she's fine. Then she said, no, it's cancer and your mother is going to die within 15 days. If you'll go and tell someone that your mother is going to die within 15 days,
Course.
I don't think that something more miserable can come to your life apart from this. I was keep on asking her, like, what are you saying? Are you sure? Then she said, no, she's very serious and she may die. I was alone. I just sat in that corridor. No one was there. And I was wearing a mask because it was the COVID time. I cried like hell. I was crying, crying, crying very loud. I said, why again with my mother? Why again me? Few
Mm.
years back, you give the same pain to us. And my mother had so many issues. She went for this hip replacement, cataract surgery, so many surgeries. In 2018 and 19, she was not able to walk due to arthritis. I did her hip replacement surgery. That moment, I realized that no, my mother is fine now. I'm happy she's able to walk and she will be with me forever. Then again, me, why?
Yeah.
Then
You
my
question
mother,
God.
yeah, it was, I can't tell you the situation. I was crying. My mother was keep on calling because she was alone inside. Somehow I just wiped out my tears because I was wearing that N95 mask. This much part was covered.
Mm.
So I went into the room. I was not able to say anything to her. She was asking, tell me what happened, what happened. I said, you sleep, let me come from the washroom. Again, I went to the washroom. I cried, cried, cried because I'm very attached with my mother and
Mm.
she's my strength. So whole night I was watching my mother. I was wondering either she will die now. If she will die now, I was just seeing her and the whole night passed away. The next day I was praying God, no, maybe there is some chance that it shouldn't be cancer. I was chanting, keep on chanting, keep on chanting. They took her for CT scan. That moment also I was chanting. Then the report came, CT scan report that no, it's cancer. So I always wear a locket of Ma Durga, this one. So at
Mm.
that moment, I couldn't control myself. I took away that locket in front of my mother and I said, no, God is not there. Then my mother said, please tell me now. What is it? I want to know. Tell me. Why are you crying? Why are you behaving like this? Then I said, it's cancer again. Then that moment, she just held my hand and she said that don't worry, we will fight again. Don't cry. If it is cancer, then we'll fight again. And
That's so
I
heartwarming.
yeah, I gathered that strength inside me. I said, okay, we'll fight. If she's ready, then who am I to stop her? I didn't tell anyone that it is not that good. I said it is a cancer. It is good. We will do something for this. We took her to home. I started searching the best doctor in our locality. I literally went each and every hospital. People were saying, don't give her chemo, don't do that. Don't that moment I was not thinking, nobody was thinking about me, and I was also not thinking about myself. I was
Yeah.
just running behind doctors to save my mother's life. And somehow we started the treatment. The day we are going for the chemotherapy, everyone was like that my mother is going to face the death today. I was sitting, half an hour gone. I asked my mother, I called my mother, that mother, no, mom, nothing is happening to you. You are fine now. I called my mother, Bo, we in Odia call, that nothing is happening to you. You are fine. And people said that you will die in chemo. So she said, no, I'm fine. Then we did one after one. Now today she is taking her 38th cycle. Today she is
Oh,
taking now.
wow.
She must be taking at home now. So
Lovely.
see, nobody thinks about a caregiver. In our
Exactly.
Indian society,
That's what I thought
we
about.
always talk about we always talk about making our daughter, making our son financially independent. We never tell them to be emotionally independent. If you are
Very well
emotionally
said.
sound, yeah, if you are emotionally sound, you will be able to manage so many things in your life. Even if that financial problem, you'll be able to manage if you are emotionally sound. And I always used to, because my friend They call me cry baby. Every time during
Mm.
Durga Puja, I used to pray in front of Durga Ma, please make me strong. Please make me
Mm.
strong. Don't make me cry all the time because I'm very emotional. And I feel proud of that I'm an
Yeah,
emotional
you can
girl.
express your
Bec-
emotions. You're not robotic.
yes, yes, I can connect with people. I can understand everyone's emotion. So then now I'm realizing, I'm asking God that is this the way you are making me emotionally strong by giving pain to my mother?
Very quickly, if someone is going through a life-threatening disease, maybe it's cancer, what are your do's and don'ts when it comes to nutrition? What should they do and what should they not do?
Firstly, before coming to nutrition, don't lose the hope.
Very,
Miracles do happen.
yes,
I have seen it. I've seen it. It
like
is
your
true.
mom.
Yeah, it is true. Whatever doctor is saying, don't believe it blindly. Believe it, but don't let that hope dies inside you. See, when it comes to a cancer patient, you can't put them in so much restriction. If you know that they have very less period of time, I believe that let them eat whatever they want. But if
Okay.
the condition is serious, they have some do's and don'ts to follow. We have to prepare the diet plan according to their disease, their age, their treatments protocol, everything we have to see and prepare. And you have to go with positivity in your life. If you are positive, you can make your surrounding positive and you can fight with any deadly disease in your life.
Very true. Very true. On a lighter note, Niharika, you told me you're a singer too. So
Yeah.
please sing a few lines for us. Whatever's your favorite Odia song.
So we have our God, Lord Jagannath. You must have heard that we do
Yes,
every year Ratha Yatra, that
of
car
course, in
festival.
Orissa. Yeah.
Yes. Jagatara Nath, Ahi Jagannatha, Bhakata Jana Bhavagrahi, Haji Jai Mujhe भौजी जाए मुझे श्रीमुख मधुरी को चाही. So this is the song for our Lord Jagannath, and
Beautiful.
thank you, thank you.
Gifted with a beautiful voice. Before we wind up, I just want to have a fun few rapid fire questions with you.
Okay.
So, are you ready, Niharika?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
You
ready.
have to be fun and you have to be rapid. That's the only two
Okay.
prerequisites. What's the weirdest food combination you've tried that has turned out to be surprisingly delicious?
Noodles with cucumber.
Noodles with cucumber. Okay.
I make very weird combination of food.
I love noodles with dal makhni. Okay, what's one wish you've never shared with anyone, but now you're going to share with us on this podcast?
Everything I've shared with my husband. He's my best friend. But yeah, I wanted to be an IS officer, and I also wanted to participate in Miss India beauty pageant that
Mrs.
I'm not
India,
able to fulfill.
it's never too late.
Yeah, maybe.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
At the moment is like always is this Manoj Bajpayee sir and
Yeah.
Pankaj Tripathi. They both are my
Oh,
favorite, and Nawazuddin sir also.
um, okay. You like all
Yes.
the subtle parallel cinema actors.
Yes, yes, yes. I have huge respect for them.
And what's
Yes.
your all-time favorite guilty snack?
That is not guilty, that is a healthy prunes. It's a dry fruit.
Fruits. My
Yes,
God.
I eat like hell. I can finish one bottle at one go.
Niharika, thank you so much for spending your time with us. And before I let you go, I have one last question for you. What do you
Yeah.
think the hashtag because she can means for you?
I believe a girl can do anything if she has that willing and she has the power and the self motivation to do. And it's not that she can, and it should be she will do it, and she has to do it. Because if you really want to do it, it's not about a girl or a boy. You have to put that much amount of effort, and you have to motivate yourself. No one will be there to motivate. And I believe, yes, we can do anything. And whatever the challenges we face, whatever the difficulties we face, we have to face it with a uh, positive attitude, so that we will be able to achieve everything in our life.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Niharika. Thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
out your time. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.